please like Nick and subscribe, or they'll come to your house and drink all your Diet Pepsi. That's right, Street Toughs.
Well, welcome to the Circuit of the Americas. We are here to test drive a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Nick, I am absolutely dying to get this thing on the track and tell you a little bit more about Circuit of the Americas. Do you mind if we jump in?
Okay, let's go drive.
Turn one. I don't remember what gear we're supposed to be in for this.
I would go into it, doesn't feel right.
2? Wow.
But it's certainly got some kick.
Yes, it's good. Wow, I can't believe Jeep drives like this, man.
You're hitting all your markers pretty well.
Yeah, you don't have to this one comes up on you quick.
So this is the S. This is where it gets hard, because now if you miss the braking, this is where you end up in the ditch. You haven't spun the back end out once, Nick. I'm so surprised. We're coming through some of the difficult points, but the next big one is going to be this straightaway where Nick's going to show us that you can get the car up to about 4,000 miles an hour. I'm losing my gear here, my sound gear. Reel it in. Yeah, this is the big switch.
This is 11. This is my 11s. Look at the straight off of there. That's amazing.
Yeah. Here we go. This is where you get up to
floor it, hard, shift.
10.
I came off early, because I'm a pussy.
110, not bad for a first round.
This is absolutely incredible to be able to drive this F1 track.
Let's talk about off-roading. You know, Jeep is well known for off-roading. The Wrangler is king of the off-road as far as Jeep is concerned. But if you want more luxury off-roading, well, you can take a Jeep Grand Cherokee onto the off-road track as we did. We actually took it off-road to see if we could kill each other. They actually trust us enough, Nick, to allow us to drive the course without safety helmets, full body harness safety kits, a man in the back who shouts at us at every wrong moment and depends, which I like.
So it's nothing like home then?
No, it's nothing like home at all. Some ranch in the middle of Texas.
Did you say ranch?
Yes,
like
ranch.
raunchy?
Like ranch dressing. We're in some ranch in Texas, and we are driving the off-road course to see how the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee with a diesel engine.
Eco
The
diesel.
Eagle Diesel.
The Eagle Diesel.
The Eco Diesel performs on the off-road track. And it's making several bings at me, but
It's probably just going to keep doing that.
yeah, it's going to bing because we have it on sand. We are in four-wheel low.
You would say some weird sounds here. Oh, here we go. We're entering the course.
No, sand is what we have it on.
I know, but you said sand.
Yeah.
So what's maybe I can tell you a little bit about this all-wheel drive system, Nick.
Yeah. Nick, why don't you tell us a
There
little bit about the
are
all-wheel drive
several all-wheel drive systems you can get in the Grand Cherokee. This
Right.
one is going to be the QuadraDrive 3, the most capable of the three.
Yes.
What's cool about this one, it's got a high and low speed transfer case behind the transmission. But what's really great about this, and this is what sets it apart from the other Quadra 1 and 2, you can switch or send the torque to any, the system will send the torque to any wheel that it needs to get through the obstacles that we're going through. Nick is actually doing quite well off-road, but I have a feeling we can give a lot of the credit to the Jeep.
You're actually wrong. I'm a much better off-road driver than I am anything else. I mean, we're brilliant off-road drivers as British because we conquered most of the world because of our off-road driving ability and our willingness to kill the natives. And if we'd had the Jeep Grand Cherokee, we may have conquered a lot more of the world too.
I wonder what was the last time a British man in an ascot drove in Texas off-road.
Well, Texas maybe, but this is, again, this is how we take over the world.
Maybe I'm out here, I'll talk like George W. Bush.
Please don't.
Please. I've got a ranch. Doing a heck of a job here, Nicky. Watch this rock, man.
Yeah, it's a very tight squeeze.
Now, you really want to ride up on his tail right now.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the advice.
You want him to look in the rearview mirror and see our back seat, all right?
She's great. The diesel engine, you can tell it's actually diesel. I can hear it purr.
Yeah, but it's not.
Diesel
It
purr.
doesn't sound like a canal boat,
No.
which is nice. It definitely has that distinctive.
The torque is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. 240 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque.
And that's what's great about it, of course. They always say when you buy a vehicle that you want to be off-road capable, you want to make sure the torque is equal to the horsepower or greater. Well, it's definitely greater in this vehicle.
Yeah.
It's not far off double.
But when you're not off-road, you can get 720 miles to a tank.
And here's the great thing about that is that's about, so how long is Washington State?
How long is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like 300 miles long.
Yeah, probably a little more than that. Yeah.
350.
Three some change.
So
Yeah.
Oregon's about the same. So
Yeah.
you could drive from the Canadian border all the way down to the end of Oregon quite easily.
You wouldn't have to even pause for a moment in Washington's Mexico as
You mean Vancouver?
No, I meant Oregon is Washington's Mexico.
It is.
And it's also California's Canada.
Didn't we see this guy earlier?
Yeah,
Or
he's
do all the
running.
Jeep guys have giant mustaches?
They-
It just seems like all the Jeep guys who are telling us to go through the course all have giant
Handlebar
handle
mustaches.
mustaches. Yeah.
Roll your window up so you don't fall out if we roll.
He's such a mummy's little boy. Did you floss?
I don't floss. I refuse to floss.
I'm not kissing you ever again. Ever.
So Nick has
our
just confirmed
kissing
what
days are
most of
numbered.
our viewers have suspected. Kiss on the reg. But how far?
I wouldn't even kiss you on the mouth, not on the reg.
When do we want to go?
I'm gonna make sure that we don't have any issues with him rolling back. How
I
about
don't
that?
think the Wrangler you have to worry about.
All right.
It's you we're have to worry about. Rolling back down the hill. This okay for folks. Remember we were talking about all that torque and
Yeah, this is
low
where it's
first
gonna
gear
really happen.
And
Once
sending
I don't want to
climbing.
spin it out on the gas,
No,
but
you
once
don't.
we get going, I'm gonna.
All right, so just even Steven now. with
I
the
got
Jeep.
it.
All right. I am so thankful you're driving. Even Steven, brother.
I got it.
Okay.
It's a little too much gas. That was a problem.
I sort of can't believe that we're actually doing this in a Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
A little bit to the left, a little bit to the left. On up. This is astonishing right
Yeah.
now. I can't believe
I mean, that felt like
nothing.
vertical.
Yeah,
I couldn't see
Weird
any
takeoff
I couldn't
position.
see any ground.
Are your hands sweating like mine?
No. I'm good.
Wow. We've got hill descent on, which uses the transmission and the ABS system to keep the brakes, keep us from going down the hill too quickly. It'll do what needs to keep us at a steady rate from flying and falling down this hill. And you can keep hearing the brakes rocking and rolling as it shifts around the car to keep traction. It's astounding.
As the wheels slip a little bit,
Yeah,
you can hear it
The ABS
applying
fire up. Yeah.
the brakes.
Nick, you're doing incredibly well. I'm impressed. You might want to adjust that. There you go.
As long as I can see the little man in front of me.
Well, I was thinking about the camera looking at you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that show we're shooting. That whole thing.
That whole thing. It's interesting that of course I'm not using any gas, and the car is crawling at less than 2 miles an hour. This is almost a straight drop.
Yeah.
This is more terrifying than going up. I mean,
Is it?
It's a
Perfect. All right.
it's a straight drop in front of us. I mean,
Yeah.
a straight drop.
Straighten.
It's
I can't imagine doing this without hill descent.
no. I mean, you would plummet the front end right into the bottom of the rock. I mean, you would have to be replacing the front end.
No, I mean, you'd just be holding your brakes. I mean, I'd be standing in
No,
my
you
Land
wouldn't be
Cruiser.
able to do that. I think if you made a mistake and didn't brake at the right time,
Oh, yeah, you'd be-
just slide right off the rock.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Push the button. There you go. Wow.
That's nothing compared to what we've been through.
I know. Now we can just floor it.
So, Nick, how was the ride?
My palms are not sweating anymore.
It's interesting that your palms were sweating and you were nervous about that.
Yeah, that sort of stuff is nerve-wracking to me.
Really?
I'm not a big risk taker like you. Like, even though you just said moments ago you're not a big risk taker.
No, I'm not a big risk taker with speed. Like if I'm slow and cautious, you know, like crawling is easy because you can stop at any point and make judgment calls. Whereas when you're traveling at 190 miles an hour around a track, judgment calls maybe should have been made, you know, a little earlier than at the turn.
I don't know what cars you're taking 190 at, but
Ferrari FF.
oh, did you do 190?
Yeah,
Did Ferrari?
204. I will tell you, I wasn't driving for the 204, but yeah, I got up to 190.
You did personally?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to drive my my Lancia Beta HPE used to go, you know, like I used to take it 160, 75.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Kilometers?
Those things did kilometers. Those things did 220 miles an hour. They were pretty awesome cars.
Your Lancia did not do 220.
Yeah, it had 240 on the clock.
All right, viewers, right now I'm going to actually be rolling the actual stats for what that Lancia, what was it called?
The Lancia Beta HPE.
Okay, Beta HPE.
Easily.
We'll know right now if Nick is lying. I'll be flashing liar. Or truth teller. The 2014 Grand Cherokee will be available in 4 different trim levels. The base trim will be the Laredo, starting at $28,795. All trim levels come with 2- or 4-wheel drive. The next grade is the Overland, and that starts at $42,995. And the top regular trim level is the $47,995 Summit. If you want the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, however, it'll set you back a mere $62,995.
Please like Nick and subscribe, or they'll come to your house and drink all your Diet Pepsi. That's right, Street Toughs.